My name is Lorraine. I am 65 years old. I'm a grandmother. I have one granddaughter. Her name is Brittany. She is 16 and she believes she is in love. Every time I see her, she is smiling at her phone. Sometimes she laughs, sometimes she cries, and sometimes she looks afraid. Her boyfriend's name is Kendrick. He is handsome. At least that's what people say. But there is something that feels wrong. Brittany's parents are busy all the time. They work, they travel, they pay the bills, but they don't see what I see. They think it's just young love, but I think it's dangerous. For days, I tell myself to stay quiet. It's not my business. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I'm overprotective. But then one night, I hear Brittany arguing on the phone. Her voice is shaking, and then silence. The next morning, she says, "Grandma, everything's fine." But her eyes tell a different story. That's when I decide I can't stay silent anymore. This weekend, I'll take her on a train ride. Just the two of us. I'll tell her my own story, the one I've never told anyone. Maybe, just maybe, she'll listen, and maybe she'll understand before it's too late. But what if she doesn't? What if she already loves him too much to hear me? It's Sunday morning. We're at the train station. Brittany stands beside me, her phone in her hand. She looks bored. "Grandma, where are we going?" she asks. I say, "Just a little trip." She says, "Why, Grandma? I have plans with Kendrick later." I smile and say, "You can tell him you'll be late." She rolls her eyes. Teenagers always think time is endless, but I know how fast life changes. We sit in silence. Then I say, "Brittany, can I tell you a story?" She says, "Sure, Grandma. You always have stories." I say, "When I was your age, I met someone too. His name was Bowen." Brittany looks up from her phone. "Oh, really?" Brittany asks. "You had a boyfriend?" I say, "Yes, I had a boyfriend, and I thought he was mine forever." She says, "So what happened? Did Grandpa steal your heart after?" "Brittany," I say slowly, "there was no Grandpa in that story." She says, "What do you mean?" I take a deep breath. Bowen was my first love, but not my last pain. "Brittany," I say, "sometimes love begins with flowers and ends with silence." Brittany looks confused. "Grandma, you're scaring me," she says. I say, "I don't want to scare you, Brittany. I just want you to listen." I turn to her and ask, "Brittany, do you really know who Kendrick is?" She says, "Of course I do," but her voice sounds weak. My heart beats fast. Should I tell her what I saw last week? Or should I first tell her what Bowen did to me? I hold her hand and say, "There's something I need to tell you, Brittany. Something I've been hiding for years. When I was 16, I met a boy named Bowen at school. He was kind, funny, and smart. He told me I was special. He told me I was different, and I believed him. At first, Bowen wanted to be with me all the time. He called me every night. He said he missed me. It felt like love, but it wasn't. One day I didn't answer Bowen's phone. I was studying for a test. The next day he was angry. He said, "Who were you talking to? Why didn't you call me?" And I laughed. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. Bowen began to control what I wore, who I saw, what I said. He said it was love, but it was fear. And I was too young to see the difference. I pause. Brittany says, "Did you ever tell your parents?" I shake my head and say, "No, I was afraid they wouldn't understand." So I stayed quiet. I thought I could fix Bowen, but you can't fix someone who doesn't want to change. Brittany looks down. I know what she's thinking. She's thinking of Kendrick. I continue. One evening, I say, Bowen came to my house angry. He shouted at me because I talked to a classmate. That night, I understood something. Love should not make you feel small. It should make you feel safe. I stop speaking. Brittany says, "Grandma, Kendrick sometimes gets angry too." My heart stops. "What do you mean?" I ask. She says, "Nothing serious. He just gets jealous sometimes. He says he loves me too much. That's why." "Brittany," I say, "when someone says they love you but makes you afraid, that's not love. That's control." Brittany nods, but I can see confusion in her eyes. Then her phone vibrates. It's a message. She looks at it and her face turns pale. I ask, "Who is it?" She says, "It's Kendrick. He's angry. He says he knows I'm with you, and he wants to know why I didn't tell him." I freeze. It's happening again. The same pattern, the same danger. But this time, it's not me. It's my granddaughter. Brittany's hands start to shake. She hides her phone in her bag. "Grandma," she says, "Kendrick says he's coming here." My heart jumps. I say, "Coming here? To the station?" She says, "Yes, Grandma. He says he wants to talk." "Brittany," I say, "you don't have to see him." She looks at me, confused. "But what if he gets mad?" she says. Her words break my heart. "Sweetheart," I say, "people who truly love you don't punish you for saying no." Brittany says, "I don't know what to do." I say, "You can start by not answering him." Then the phone rings again. It's Kendrick. Brittany doesn't move. I reach out and take the phone. She says, "Grandma, don't." But I answer. "Hello, Kendrick," I say. Kendrick says angrily, "Who are you? Why did you take Brittany's phone?" I say, "I'm her grandmother, and she's safe." He laughs. "Safe from what?" he says. "I just care about her. She's mine. She should have told me where she was." Brittany's eyes fill with tears. "Kendrick," I say, "no one belongs to you. Not Brittany, not anyone." He says, "You don't understand. Brittany needs me." I say, "No, Kendrick, you just want to control her." The line goes silent. Then the phone disconnects. Brittany starts to cry. "Grandma, he's going to hate me now." I say, "Then maybe it's time to see who he really is." Then my phone rings. It's a message from Brittany's parents. It says, "Lorraine, please call us. We just got a call from Kendrick's mother." I freeze. What could that mean? I take my phone and call Brittany's parents. Her mother answers. She says, "Lorraine, are you with Brittany?" "Yes," I say. "We're safe. What happened?" She says, "Kendrick's mother just called us. She's worried. Kendrick left home angry. He said he was going to find Brittany. We don't know where he is." Brittany covers her mouth. She says, "I didn't mean to make him angry." I hold her hand and say, "You didn't. His anger is not your fault." After a few minutes, my phone rings again. It's Brittany's mother. She says, "They found him. He's at the police station. He had an argument with his own father and broke a window. He's fine, but they will keep him there for a while." Brittany's eyes fill tears. She says, "Grandma, you were right. I didn't want to see it. I thought love meant never being alone." I say, "Brittany, love is not about losing yourself. It's about finding peace in who you are. You are strong. You can build a life full of love, but first, you must learn to listen. Listen your family. Listen to your heart." I look at Brittany and I feel hope because now I know she's listening. And when you truly listen, you learn before you fall. Real love doesn't make you afraid. It helps you grow. What lesson did you learn from this story? Write it in the comments below. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.